What's up, everybody? Oh, that's not the right target. Yippee! You're 27.39 late. Actually, I think it was just slightly early. Let's go, guys. I'm saving the village. Saving the village from the raid. You're welcome, village. All in a day's work. How we doing today, guys? How's everyone enjoying today? You're burning the village? Nah, it's a slight scorching, but it's just light. I have no idea. Here's the village. Shoot some missiles down. Well, if you guys didn't already watch my tutorial that I posted today, that's what this is. Am I finished with the Gubba Duck boss? I am not. Still working on that. What do you mean? I am not torturing these villagers. I am saving them. Perhaps you wouldn't say saved. Perhaps you would say like under new management, but let's call it a fresh suit. See, look, I'm saving them from this evil raid. I'm benevolent. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this saving that I'm doing. See? Look, I stopped the raid entirely. I stopped it. Are you guys not hearing me? You should be able to. My Minecraft audio was Avenger saving the village. Yeah, I am saving the village with no negative side effects. You're so correct on that. How good job you did saving the villagers. Boom, saved. My voice is very quiet. Is anyone else having this trouble? Let me check audio here. Is this better? How about now? We good? Alright, cool. So yeah, let's think about what we want to do for today's tutorial. So I'm not even damaging the village at all. See? I mean, it's just light, mild, very. Are you late? Nope, just started a couple minutes ago. Make a chair launcher that launches chairs. Well, I could guess that's what that does, I suppose. There we go. Reintroduce Spider-Man commands. So I have plans for Spider-Man, but that's going to be a longer video that I'm mostly going to do off camera because it's going. So I kind of want to save that for just off camera for the most part. Just because the Spider-Man commands could be like way too long to do in the stream is the problem. Where is this last free? Streaming. What do you mean by that, YouTube? Hey, I did it, guys. Okay. So, not doing Spider-Man on stream. I'm also doing any vehicles right now, just because I have some things I'm working on, so I don't get redundant. Yeah, the stream is lagging, and I'm not sure as to why that is. Let me see if I can sort that out real quick. Shouldn't be. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm having some trouble with. Why is YouTube not receiving enough? Doing good now? Could you make custom bosses unspawn when a player dies? Yeah, I mean, that's not that hard. You just player not in the area, you just kill them. I'm not sure why I am lagging. Give me 1 second here. How do I do the sky like that? It's with the fog command. Keyframe, what is that? Give me 1. What's up, Fantasy? How we doing? Alright, I think we're back to good. I just restarted the stream, now we should be good. Okay. What are we doing today, guys? What do we want to work on today? So what we could do is finish what I started working on last week, which is the Guppy Duck boss fight, or if you guys want to do something else, we can do something else. So I will leave that up to you guys, what you guys want to do. Do we want to continue what I started last week, or do you want to work on something new? Hi, buddy. I'm glad to hear that, Trevor. Appreciate that. Witherstorm, I'm already working on a Witherstorm, but I am at a point in the process where it's way too difficult to do on stream. Like, it's one of the things where I need to be able to have full brain power, and I like absolutely cannot be focusing on stream and the commands. So that's my answer to that. But I can show you the Witherstorm progress so far because I'm actually doing on a copy of the Witherstorm world. Hold on, let me remember what it's called. What did you do? Yeah, I think it's this. Okay, so for whatever reason, it's really bugging out in this copy of the world because it is not supposed to be that wide. But yeah, you get the idea. Let me go into a different copy of this world. Do this one. Yeah, this is what the storm looks like so far. Obviously, I need to extend out the lasers a bit more, and there's a couple other things I need to fix. But this is where, more or less where I'm at right now. I'm actually working on the tentacles, not in this world, but in a different one. So, like I said, I'm not going to be working on this in stream because it is just, quite frankly, too complicated for me to work on in stream. But this is what I'm working on right now. I guess I can show you the tentacle idea that I have. The tentacle ended up being, like, super complicated, like, really, really complicated. But I think I have a working version, a working idea, at least for how the tentacle is going to function. So right now it's going to be a 3-jointed tentacle, or I guess 2 joints, 3-segmented thing. Um, so essentially, what happens is, and the way I have it set up right now, the base of the tentacle is, so right now me and the pig are the possible targets. It's going to choose whichever one is closest to us, and the base segment's going to basically instantly travel to whatever the current target is, whereas the secondary segment is going to attempt to catch up to it. I might be on the wrong world file, but essentially, like, each segment kind of lags behind the rotation of the previous one. But I think yeah, I do have the wrong, I'm on the wrong version right now, I think. Nope, there we go. So you can kind of see the main one is trying to catch up. So what's going to be is there's going to be 3 segments, and each one's going to be kind of lagging behind. Now right now it's just flipping towards the nearest target, which is either me or the pig, depending on which one is closer. But it's going to have its own separate randomized rotation, if that makes sense. So this is what I'm working on right now, is working on making these tentacles actually look like tentacles. Then once I have the working functionality for the tentacles, then I'm going to actually add them onto the main guy, and then have the main guy be I like have these tentacles actually do stuff like damage the player and whatnot. Yeah. So all that to say, sorry, my dog's distracting me. He says hi. All that to say, I'm not going to be adding everything from the Witherstorm in terms of the fight because there's just some limits of what we can do with commands. I mean, you guys can already see, like, look, look how big this project already is. Right now, this is the command project. So, it is already a really, really huge project. And so, like, things like the bows are not going to be added in. It's going to be, I'm going to be kind of making the fight my own way. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense, but the idea is the fight's going to be kind of my own somewhat design, somewhat based on the game, the story mode game. But like the bows won't be part of it just because it's just not practical for me to add that. Yeah, that's my simple answer. Also, you guys can see there is definitely some lag here in the rotation of the second segment that I'm not quite sure where that's coming from because the rotation calculations based on the particles are all correct. So, yeah. So right now its rotation is calculated to be correct, but sometimes the actual animation for it lags behind what it should visually look like. Um, so, there's still some stuff to work on. But yeah, that's the current progress for this right now. And then, like I said, we will actually throw the tentacles on. And honestly, I might make the tentacle a bit smaller. I think that might be too big right now. Yeah, this is the progress for the actual Witherstorm right now. So, my goal is to maybe have this video out for next week. Next Friday, like a week from yesterday. I'm not sure if that's going to be the case or not because there's still a lot that needs to be done with this project. Like I still need to actually finish the tentacles. I do think looking at it now, I'm going to tentacles shorter because there's going to be one whole another segment on top of that. So I'm going to make these shorter. But all that to say, I'm wanting to get this project done for next Friday, but I'm starting to feel as though I won't be able to. Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, though, at a minimum. So yeah, that is this project. Yeah, that's about it. So what do we want to make for today's live stream now that we're 16 minutes into it? What do we actually want to make? Once again, I am not doing vehicles. I talked about that earlier. Why does the water look bloody? Interesting. I mean, I know why, but that's weird. Not doing vehicles, so I'm just gonna put that out there. If you're doing command block ideas, please do Hulk with FMBE. Please have a Fox teleport to an armor sandwich will be next to a player, or have the player ride an invisible pig. Yeah, so the problem is humanoid things like suits and stuff don't actually really work with FMBEs all that well because the player is going to be lagging in front of the suit and stuff. So it's really just going to be following the player rather than actually look like the player is inside of it or wearing it. So things like suits with FMBs just really aren't that good. Cuphead bosses, I've never played Cuphead myself, so I don't know the stuff to be able to do that well. You trident that shoots water, and then when at water, it makes waves, please. Well, that sounds, I mean, I've sort of done that already with, my whatchamacallit tutorials. Waterbending tutorials. Make a gun that shoots random things. I mean, I suppose. Make a Poseidon boss. Make Doctor Strange. And then someone's just typing in random letters. MCP64. I have no idea what you're asking. I don't even know if you're typing random letters or not. You think I'm creating the whole Avengers team? Yeah, I did happen to do Captain America and Iron Man really close to each other. I promise you that was entirely coincidental. Make Thanos snap. I mean, that'd take like 3 commands. Make a video game like Snake. I mean, Snake you could do. Snake would be possible. Do all the Avengers. Okay, here's Hawkeye. All right, there's Hawkeye. Oh, right, you're right. You're right. Hawkeye had special arrows. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Hawkeye. 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 Make a tornado. I've already done a tornado. Like, only a couple weeks ago. Make a giant earthquake. Okay. Giant earthquake. Man, I'm really I'm really getting a lot of these suggestions done. I'm not good at redstone now. Working TV. Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange. I feel like Doctor Strange might have like too many abilities to really do with commands. Unless you did like the Marvel Rivals Doctor Strange abilities. Could you make ocean waves? Could do that. I could also like to keep working on the boss that I started last week. Because I did not finish that boss off camera. Darth Maul. Well, I've already done the Sith Lord stuff. I'm not sure what Darth Maul specifically would have, other than like his lightsaber having 2 lightsabers on it. So I have no idea where my commands are. Why am I ignoring your idea? I'm not ignoring your idea. Custom models with FMB. I've kind of talked about that. Can be funky sometimes. Plus, it's like way too generic of an idea to do something. Fantasy wants Tetris. You guys want to see Tetris? See, fantasy. It's funny that you're here because you know commands well enough that you could make Tetris on your own. Creative flying and survival. Okay, we can do that. Give it a. Oh, yeah, I don't have education edition on. Basically, just make this education edition and then slash ability, and you can create a fly. Yeah, just make fly. So we do aim assist. Yeah, there we go, guys. I mean, Fantasy is one of the people who I can definitely say do it yourself because he could do it himself. Steve from the Minecraft movie. Yeah, we can do that. Wait, why do I not have a Steve skin set? Not this Alex. No, this one might be too hard for me, guys. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this. Here, close enough. Steve. Fantasy, why don't we do a collab and do Tetris together sometime? Oh, wait, did you already make a Tetris, Fantasy? What does that targeting command do? What targeting command? Talking about the aim assist command? It's not as cool as it sounds. It basically just makes it so that when you're in like when you're in different camera perspectives, it's easier to place and break blocks. That's all it is. Fire-breathing pig versus water-bending chickens. Alright, hear me out. What about this? What about... Boom. Spyglass. You look around, right? Then whenever you sneak, you teleport to where you're looking. Also, I'm holding this backwards. Am I not? Yeah, I can see it rotates in my hand. Because I'm holding, like, the spyglass part. It literally, like, I'm rotating it. Because I'm holding it the wrong way when it's down. It's backwards. So, let's get a couple ideas and then let's actually start the vote because we are 25 minutes in the stream with no commands. Is it possible to make an end crystal beam in the overworld? Alright, end crystal in the overworld. You ready? You ready? Boom. Dude, I am just absolutely doing amazing on these tutorials today. I've gotten so many. What you guys have asked for? Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. Are you actually going to build the ideas or just take the ideas from the video? What we're going to do, what I usually do is I get a whole bunch of ideas, take 4 of them that I think would be good to do over the stream, and then make them on. Make you guys vote on which one I actually do over the course of the stream. So last time we did this, I actually didn't get to finish on stream because it was too big of a project. But we started working on this. We could do a black hole. That could be fun. Beat maker and make fire breeds in stream, or I just load up Battlefront 2, and then you guys could watch me try and duel with lightsabers. Oh, that beam. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I misunderstood. I don't know. Am I gonna do another command block challenge? Yes, actually, I'm thinking I might post the video for that tomorrow. Can you play on the hive? I could. Beat maker would be fun. I don't even know what beat maker is, honestly. Please make a creeper. Okay. With commands though. With commands. You ready? Summon creeper. Make it. Shatter spin. I don't know what that is. Make cheese. I am so talented. Thank you. Please make ocean waves. Ocean waves could be kind of cool. Maybe I'll make my own weather creation thing. But yeah, so this did not get finished though. So what we could do for this live stream is actually work more on this project. Work more on this boss. You guys want to just do some weather? We'll do some weather. Yeah, so it's meant to be a guppy duck boss, so it's meant to be shaped after me. And so it's gonna have a bunch of like command block themed attacks. So it summons husks. I always use husks as my thing. Custom weather, is that what people want? Want to do custom weather? Alright, because we're already late, I'm gonna just do one quick vote and I'll let you guys decide. Do custom weather. Finish. Guppy duck. Boss. There you go. Poll's live. Well, I already have tornado. I already made the tornado. Yeah, I do still need to finish this. Okay, looks like most people have voted. I'll give you guys a couple more seconds. Okay, make a sword that damages the target when used. Okay, so this is my sword. This is my target, and when I use my sword, it damages the target. Phone Lover, if you need help with commands, I recommend joining my Discord. I'm not going to be able to help you out on stream, because stream I'm focusing on just one project at a time. But if you join my Discord, there's people on there who can help you with that. I didn't make that with commands, so you're right. See, there we go. You know when you give yourself just a spawn egg? I don't think they have that anymore, do they? I don't think they just have spawn egg. Oh, they do. It doesn't do anything, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so I think it looks like people, whether we wanted it or not, we've stepped into a war with Cabal on Mars. Valistark, what I can gather, he commenced siege dances from an Imperial landscape outside of Rubicon. With the right team, we can smash through their defenses. I don't remember the rest of it. If anyone remembers what that's from, props to you. It's from Destiny 1. So yeah, this is the... Now what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to fix this tornado, because it actually doesn't work. See, when I look up and I'm not looking at the base of the box, the entire tornado disappears, and that is not good. So instead, we're actually going to... We're actually going to fix this before I work on anything else. Okay. Fantasy joined. Fantasy's been here for a bit. Dr. Luckabee wants me to type in this command. Okay. Oh. It's actually working on ADO? Nope. Okay. Fantasy, I have no idea what you just typed. I also have no idea where my commands are. It's okay, we'll just check in the book. There we go, I found them. Alright, you do like tsunami or an earthquake? When are you making FMBE building? You mean just like... You just do it without commands, I suppose. Let's see. Enchanted Rain. I don't know what Enchanted Rain is. Do mocks block entities work for PS5? You don't see the block entity? They should. We could do hail. That would be a good one. Hail would definitely be possible. Let me fix the tornado real quick because it's just a simple change. All we have to do is make it so that the Y position doesn't change. Then execute as at E, tag equals NATO, at S, run, TP at S, basically something like that. Okay, so teleporting too fast, that's not a problem. that's too slow. That looks about good. Okay, what acid rain? What were you guys saying about enchanted rain? I don't even know what enchanted rain is. Alright, so let's see what we're gonna do. Use boxes to hold stuff. Works on a platform. Use tornado, but you can control it with snowball or something. But whenever you throw it, tornado appears. Yes, these are what I'm using. Okay, let's think on what are we gonna do first for weather. Whether we want it or not, we stepped into a war with the Gual on Mars. Do we want to do a tsunami? And how do we want to do a tsunami? Because a tsunami, the problem is if we just do a bunch of fill commands, it doesn't really look all that great. And it's also super laggy. So doing a tsunami with a bunch of fill commands, I feel like ends up not being all that great. Now, hail would be pretty easy. Hail would literally just be having tiny little FMBE stuff fall. So actually, how would we want to do waves? Because we could do a... I'm just thinking of how we could do some stuff real quick. So we could do a block display tsunami, where you have essentially probably lapis. Yeah, you have a giant thing of lapis. Well, hold on. Give that as... Does the water item exist? No, I don't think it does. Help you with waves, yeah, exactly. Because we could do small waves easily, because you can just do like fill, bop, 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 or I guess set block, blowing water. You know, you have like, you have this blowing water kind of appears for a minute, and then it will just kind of go away. If that makes sense. So you can have minor waves like that. Hold on, let me try that real quick. Give me 1 second. 69, okay. Beta Z. Type equals cod at s run fill flowing water liquid depth to 15. Do terrain generator. Instead, you should ask Fantasy, because he has already done that. Let's do this. Not do this right now. Yeah, I'm making Minecraft and Minecraft with Minecraft. Is this working? Hold on. How do I kill the cod? Does this all go away? Or does this all form water sources? Am I making the wither storm? Not today. But I'm actively working on it, yeah. Okay, so we could use that for the basis, perchance, of a tsunami. I'll make a computer right now. This is a 1-bit computer. By the definition of a computer, this is a computer. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Because I assume the idea is that we want the weather to be happening so that it spawns naturally in the world. So what we're going to want to do is scoreboard, objectives, add, weather, dummy. Scoreboard, objectives, display sidebar, weather. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Scoreboard. Mr. Duck, did I read your message? What message? No. Execute if score NATO weather matches 0. Run summon armadillo. What did I call it? Hold on. I forget what I called it now. Tornado. Tagus tornado. Okay, that's what it is. Armadillo. Tornado. That is at E. At R. Run. Spread players. Bop, bop. 10, 40. Yeah. 50. E x equals Z equals 10. Name equals tornado. Scoreboard players sets. No. Random. Tornado weather. Is it? NATO weather. 900 to. Okay, do that. Execute if score tornado weather matches 0 run. Okay, and then pop scoreboard players remove weather pop, put this on 26 delay. Okay, scoreboard player sets tornado weather 1. It's gonna summon a random tornado. There we go. So now, the game will randomly summon in tornadoes for you. I play on PC. Right now, basically, let's see here's gonna die. I'm also gonna make a narration, so executes. Let me just kill this real quick. So I was gonna make it's going to die after a certain amount of time. So player sets add an E name equals tornado 0. Stop sound at a what's the stop sound file? 1 second here. So the sound sometimes bugs out and continues playing, like well after it should. That's what you set the back out, back in. I'm not sure what that is. That the entire entity is a bunch of spinning conveniently sized ghost foxes puppeteering a bunch of displays around in their mouth. Pretty much, yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. Fantasy. I totally forgot. Also, what do you guys think of the tutorial that I dropped earlier today for Iron Man? Do you guys enjoy that? I hope you, yeah, Fantasy, I'm glad you enjoyed that I left that little sign in there. Okay, so now what we want to do is to make it so that, okay, so scoreboard, players, random, at E scores equal weather 0. Name equals tornado from 99 to 999. Let's go with that. And then at E scores equal weather equals 2 dot dot. Okay, cool. Name equals tornado. Yeah, Bobbert Rain. There we go. Kill at E. Name equals tornado. Scores equal. Weather equals 1. There we go. So now, what I should be able to do. This summons in the tornado. The tornado is given a random duration, although I'm probably going to make it shorter than that. Okay, so now the tornado is going to naturally spawn. Alright, so now the tornado is going to be given a random life duration. Tornado, weather. Then after a random amount of time, it is going to disappear on its own. So that way it's a dynamic rather than just being summoned by the player. The tornado is randomly going to summon it around the player. Okay. So that's going to be the basic spawning in system for each of these weather events. So, let's look at what a tsunami would look like. Tsunami. Actually, not going to do this. We're going to. Actually, I don't need this at all. At R, say -40. Okay. What was this going to look? Oh, right, okay. Move NATO weather 1. All right. Tsunami. Okay. I understand that I don't have to manually rig each one. Alright, whatever, I give up. There we go. Okay, so now cooldown's working. Okay. So now vector E name equals tsunami visibility infinite 0 true. Okay. Then Da, da, da. Tsunami -1. Okay. Name equals tsunami. Let's go with 74. 74. 13. 13. Alright, let's see how this looks. I'm gonna try and keep streams like once a week. Is my goal. Probably on Saturdays mostly, but it depends on just my personal life schedule. Tsunami, weather 1. Would it be possible to chain hook? Yeah, but it would be pretty easy to cool down to that stuff. Okay, and then so execute name equals tsunami at that s run tp at s. TP at s positive on the first coordinate. Five ticks. Okay, let's see what that looks like. We get further away from the commands, actually. Because it's filling on the yeah, it should be the last one. Hold on, because it's summoning. I think it's yep. Okay. Let's try this again. What happened to World Chaos? Did I ban it? Pretty much, yeah. Make an RNG game. The ad revenue will be crazy. Ha. Right, we're gonna make it move slower, like twice as slow. If not 3 times as slow, actually. I find that the water is not filling fast enough. What do you mean? It's letting it's not touching the ground. Yeah, it's because it's flowing down. It's flowing water, not filled water. And there's good reason for that. Because if I do this, oops, -3, -3, -3, flowing water. Then this actually won't flow away if I'm not mistaken. I think it becomes a water source. Or no, it doesn't. So we can actually have it fill downwards. Okay. Let's do that. $79, we're gonna make it to 73. There we go. Alright, let's see if this looks better. What happened to the World of Chaos project? I really like the project. I rewatched your streams on it recently. I wonder what's going on with it now. Nothing. I've pretty much abandoned the project. I don't want to fill any much more than that, or it's going to be laggy. See how long it's already taking? I don't think this affects water. No, I usually turn on cheats before I start up a world pretty much every time. Yeah, see, this is what I meant though, when I was talking about one of the problems with the tsunami is that it's just the filling is going to be so laggy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the maximum height that it can be at. I think that's just too high. Problem is there really isn't a way to do this that's not particularly laggy. Why not use particles? Because I don't think they would really get the job done. There's not really a tsunami, I feel like, unless it actually has water, you know what I mean? Now, is it actually drying out on this side? Yeah, it is going down. Unfortunately, I don't think you're really going to be able to do much better than this. Want to use display blocks? I mean, you could. I think that'd be the other option. But then again, it's still, like I said, it's not actually water at that point. So we could do FMBE, and that might be something I do off camera. It's pretty soon here I'm going to end stream. I'm probably going to switch this up and try and do it. I have an idea how I want to do the FMBE thing, actually. So, I think I'm going to end stream here. And figure that out off stream. You look at the power yeet ability. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Why did I have to take World of Chaos? I just didn't have any reason to keep working on it, really. It was a lot of time, and the project got really laggy anyways, and I was having trouble, like, just running itself when more than, like, one person was on the realm. So I just felt like it wasn't worth it anymore. But yeah, you know what I might do if you guys want to? I was going to play a little bit of Battlefront 2, Heroes vs. Villains. So if you guys want to watch that stream, feel free to stick around. Other than that, I appreciate you guys coming for the Minecraft portion. But yeah, I'll do a little Heroes vs. Villains dueling and see if I can actually do good while I'm on camera or not. 1 second. Alright, let's see if I can swap my stream around. Copy this. I don't have it set up for recording this yet, so just give me a second here. We working? Is my stream recording stuff now? Yes? Question mark? I think it is. I think we see Battlefront now. Now I get to play the roulette of will my game actually let me to connect. I think we are connecting. Why is it not letting me see my own live stream? Oh gosh. Alright, hold on. It is not centered, but it is working. Give me 1 second, let me fix this. Problem is I have a really wide monitor and my Battlefront goes to full screen. Okay, so capture specific window. Oh. I have no idea what's going on. Let me just play this in windowed mode. Maybe that'll work. Alright, stream working now. Oh, this is such a mess. Alright, alright. I think we're good. I think we're good. Alright, let's see what I got, guys. I also hope it's not gonna be like way too laggy. Cause I'm not sure how laggy it's gonna be with streaming before. I've never streamed BF2 before, so I don't know how laggy it's gonna be. So if I die, I blame the lag, okay? Star Wars Battlefront 2. I've gotten some solid clips on here. I might post the clips at some point.
Here is as tense as it is orange.
It's a bit laggy.
Our contestants anxiously awaiting the inevitable humiliation and dismemberment.
Alright. 1v1 this ball here.
What's your step?
Take him!
He's low on stamina, but I'm low on health.
You need to stop and think things through.
This is also not my best character. I should not have started on Obi-Wan.
There is no chaos. There is fight. Very confident, aren't you? Army or not, you must realize your doom.
Oh, got him.
Ball is down. I wonder if he'll stay down this time.
Your limbs obey my commands now.
I am not your enemy.
You dare challenge us, Sith?
Go ahead, Jalen. I dare you.
You wanna fall? Here your comrades.
Ooh, I should not have pressed that. Alright, let's play a better character for me. Also, how laggy is the stream? I apologize for the any lag you guys might be having. Pretty well? Okay. Good to hear. Like I said, I did not have my settings up ahead of time for this, so.
A stranger with a light.
Like, just gonna heal.
You cannot flee.
Gonna wait for his ability to run out because he has bonus health right now. There's no point in me attacking him.
Right there!
The price of surge.
Luke Skywalker's training was clearly incomplete.
They're hiding.
This is quite laggy on my end, actually.
That armor! That mask! No!
And I'm choked. It's over.
No escape.
Oh,
So sad.
Dang.
Rey has met her
I'm
defeat.
lagging hard. I'm only gonna play like 2 rounds. This is way laggier on my end. Oh, they were Boba Fett. That's so cringe.
Don't test me.
Terrible, terrible usage.
Could I have a...
Oh man, I'm doing so bad. It's so laggy on my end. I can't play. Alright guys, thanks for coming. I'm ending stream.